Hello everyone, welcome back to Concept Branch with Riddhi. If you are a class 10 CBSE student preparing for 24-25 board exams, this video is must watch. In this part 3 of our 5 special series, we'll tackle guest questions, important papers, important questions and sample paper questions we have answered, focusing on the key concept. In that, we have covered coordinate geometry, trigonometry, application and to trigonometry. These topics are important for the board exams, right? By the end of this video, you will gain clarity on important repetitive questions, repetitive solving techniques, and tips to boost your score in the CBSE Class 10th examination board exams. Okay. So this is a chapter 7 coordinate geometry, which is important 6 to 9 marks. Okay. So in this, we are covering the topics: finding the missing coordinates, application of the distance formula on the types of the triangles, right? Application of section formula and the questions related to the centroid, median and the midpoint and trisection. Okay, so let's dive straight into the questions. Okay, so this is our first question. In this question, the point P on x-axis equidistant from the point A and B. Let's visualize it. So let it be any point P whose coordinate, let it be x, 0, equidistant from A and B. A coordinate is -1, 0 and the B coordinate is 5, 0, right? So P is equidistant from, equidistance means both the distance are equal from the P, right? So we can use the distance formula to find out the value. So what will be the distance formula? So we can say that AP is equal to PB. Let's square it both because the formula we can write easily in the square form. So what we can write? The minus of the x-axis square, right? So x minus of 1 whole square, right? And the y coordinate is 0, so no need to write that, right? This side we can write 5 minus x whole square. Again, the y-axis is 0 here, so no need to write it, okay? So here we can write x plus 1 whole square and this is 5 minus x whole square. If we remove the square, so we have to do the square root, and if we remove the square root, we can write x plus 1 is equal to plus minus 5 minus x. Both possibilities are there. So from here we can say there is a two possibilities. First is what? X plus 1 equals 5 minus x, and second possibility x plus 1 equal to minus 5 minus x, right? From here we can find out 2x is equal to what? 4. X is equal to 2 and the y coordinate is 0. So we can say similarly 2, 0 is the answer possibility. Let's check here as well. X plus 1 equals minus 5 plus x. So if the x will, there is no x means this situation even not exist. So the answer will be 2, 0. So which option is correct? Option C is correct. Okay. So you can do this question very fast because this is just for 1 mark. Okay. This is our second question. In this question, we have to find out the distance of the point P 2, 3 from the x-axis. This question contains 1 mark, even no need to write anything, but I'll write to make you understand. Okay. So the point is what? 2, 3. Okay. And x-axis is defined by y equals 0, right? You know that, right? So if you define the x-axis, right? So we have to consider what? Y equals 0, right? So the distance of a point Px, y, suppose, from the x-axis is simply the absolute value in the y coordinate, means we can write the distance is what? Simply positive y, right? So, or you can say mode of y. So from, if we compare this one P2, 3, so simply we can write the distance is what? Consider this one, right? 3. So we can say mode of 3, that is 3, because distance can't be negative, right? So we can say the distance is 3 units. So this is our third question. In the question, we have to find out the ratio in which the point -3, a divides the line segment joining the points this and this. Also we have to find out the value of a, right? So this is a question from the section formula. According to the section formula, if a point P x, y divides the line segment joining 2 points, suppose the A x1 y1 and B x2 y2 in the ratio, suppose m is to n, then we can write the coordinate P right? What we can write? This coordinate, we can find x is equal to mx2 plus nx1 divided with m plus n, and the coordinate y we can find as my2 plus ny1 divided with m plus n, correct? Now the point P 3 comma A divides a line segment, let it be A and let it be this B. Okay, so we have to find out the ratio of basically the m and n, right? This ratio, but we'll assume this as a what? K is to 1, okay, to make the easy concept, okay? So according to that, if you'll understand the K is to 1, so what is the x coordinate then? Okay, instead of m is to n, what we are assuming? K is to 1, okay? Okay, so on the place of the m, what we can write? K x2. What is the x2 value? So here minus 2 comma 3, right? And here it is minus 5 comma 4, right? So we can easily understand the x1 and y1 and x2 and y2 value, right? I'll change the color also, so it will be very easily to understand. So this is your x1, this is y2, this is x1, this is y1, right? So x2 is what? Minus 2 plus n is 1, already we assumed. X1, that is what? Minus 5 divide with k plus 1. And here instead of x, what we can use? This value already we know, minus 3. Is that clear? Now we have to solve. Let's do the cross multiplication. So minus 3 k plus 1, this will be minus 2k minus 5. Open the bracket, minus 3k minus 3 equal minus 2k minus 5, correct? So let's transfer the things. It will be easy to understand then. Minus k is equal to minus 5 plus 3. That will be minus 2. So we can write k is equals to 2, right? So it means we can say m is to n ratio is what? 2 is to 1. Okay. Now we can apply the section formula to find out the a value. How to do that? Okay. Now look at here. So y value is here. Y equals m. On the place of the m, we can write the 2 and 1 now, correct? So 2, okay. So what is the y2? That is your 3, right? So we can write 3 plus, instead of 1, what we can write? 1. And what is the y1 value? That is 4. So we can write the 4. And m plus 1, we can write simply 2 plus 1, correct? Now let's solve this one. Y equals, this is 6 plus 4 divided with the 3. So we can write the y coordinate, which we can replace with the a now. So a is equal to 10 over 3 is the final answer. Okay. This is our fourth question. In this question, we have 2 points P 2 comma minus 3 and Q 10 comma y, and the distance between them is 10 units, right? So we will use the distance formula to solve the y. What is the distance formula? The distance formula says between 2 points, suppose x1 y1 and x2 y2, what it says? The d is equal to under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square, right? So what is the d here? 10. Okay. What is the point P? That is 2 comma minus 3. This is x1 y1, and the q 10 comma y, that we can consider as a x2 y2, correct? Let's put all these value, right? So 10 under root x2, that is your 10 minus 2 whole square plus y minus of 3 whole square. Okay. So what we can do now? 10 under root, this is going to be how much? 8 square, and this is going to be y plus 3 whole square. Okay. Now square at both sides, so we can remove the square root, right? So it will be 10 square equals 64 plus y plus 3 whole square, right? Here we can write 100, right? 64 plus y plus 3 whole square. Instead of opening the bracket, what we can do, transfer this side. So 100 minus 64, which is going to be 36, right? Equal to y plus 3 whole square. This 36 we can write as a what? We can write as a 6 square equals y plus 3 whole square. When you put the square root both sides, what it will give you? The value will give in the term of plus and minus. So we can write plus minus y plus 3, correct? Now here there is a two options. What are the options? 6 equal positive y plus 3, and the second option 6 is equal to negative y plus 3, right? Let's solve the first one. If we'll solve the first one, so 6 equal y plus 3, so y will be how much? 3, correct? Second option, 6 equal minus y and minus 3, so we can write y equal negative 9. So from here we can say final answer, the value of the y is 3 and minus 9, both are possible. So this is our fifth question. In this question, if A, B, C, D are the vertices of a parallelogram with given coordinates, then we have to find out the value of this A and this B. Hence, we have to find out the length of the sides as well, right? So to solve this problem, we use the property of parallelogram, that is diagonal bisect each other, okay? So vertices of parallelogram are given for us, so we can find out the midpoints for the diagonal AC and the diagonal BC, okay? So to find out the AC, what we can use, for the A coordinates and C coordinate is given, we can find out the midpoint of AC. How to find out the midpoint of AC? So we have to finding the midpoint of AC, which is what? Minus 2 plus 4 divide with the 2 and 1 plus B divide with the 2. If you know like how to find out the midpoint, x1 plus x2 divide with the 2 and y1 plus y2 divide with the 2, like that, right? So we did the same thing, okay? So let's solve this one. So we can say for the midpoints of AC is what? Is minus 2 plus 4, that is 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 1 it will be as it is, no change, right? Similarly, we can find out the midpoint of BD. What we can do? Similarly, A plus 1 divide with the 2 and 0 plus 2 divide with the 2. So in the x coordinate there is no change, it will be as it is. A plus 1 divide with the 2, and this is 2 by 2, that is 1, okay? Now use the property of diagonals. What we can do here, since the diagonal bisect each other, the midpoint of AC and BD are equal. So on the basis of these, using the property of diagonal, what we can write? We can write 1 comma 1 plus B divide with the 2 equals, what we can write? This and this we can write equals, we can write A plus 1 divide with the 2 comma 1, right? Now let's compare this. The x-axis will compare first. So we can write 1 equal A plus 1 divide with 2, and we'll compare the B, 1 plus B divide with the 2 equals 1, right? So let's solve this. We can find out the value of A and B. So 2 equals A plus 1. So here what you can do? So A value will be going to be 1, right? Here it can be 1 plus B equal 2. 1 times 2 is 2. B we can write as a 1 again, right? Now if you'll see the update the coordinates, okay, let's change the color of the pencil so we can understand. So A and B both are 1, so let's update this. So here we can write 1 comma 0, the B coordinate, and the C coordinate we can write 4 comma 1, right? Now what you have to find? We have to find out the length of the sides. So how to find out the AD? Okay, so to find out the AD, it will be under root Look, x2 minus x1, right? So 1 plus 2 whole square plus 2 minus 1 whole square, that is 1 square we can write. So this is 3 square plus 1 square, that is under root 10 units. Okay. Similarly, now let's find out this part. So AB, what we can do for the AB? 1 minus minus 2 is going to be 1 plus 2. So under root 1 plus 2 will be 3 square, and 0 minus 1 square is, we can say again 1 square, and this is 3 square. 3 square is 9 plus 1. So under root 10 units. This is also under root 10 units only. Okay. Let's find out the length of the BC. So here we can write what? Here we can write the 4 minus 1, that is 3 square, plus 1 minus 0 is 1 square. We got the answer as a under root 10 units. Here we can find CD also. So this will be what? 4 minus 1. It will be 3 square again. And over here 1 minus 2, that is minus 1 whole square, that is again 1 square. So that is your what? Again root 10. That's, we got all root 10. This is our sixth question. In this question, what ratio P, this one, divides a line segment A and B? So what ratio? Let's assume the ratio is k:1, right? We'll use the section formula. According to that, what we are assuming? Basically m:n we are assuming as a k:1. So how to write the x coordinate? We can write the x coordinate right like kx2 plus x1 divide with k plus 1, right? Okay, so and y coordinate we can write as a ky2 plus y1 divide with k plus 1. Now we can put all the values here, right? Let's use the x coordinate first. Okay, maybe this is not required, right? Let's check it. So this is your x1, this is y1, this is x2, and this is y2, correct? And this is your x and this is your y coordinate, right? Let's put all these values. X coordinate is that 2, k, x2 is what? 4 plus x1, so x1 is what? Minus 3, k plus 1, right? Let's solve this. Do the cross multiplication. K plus 1 equal 4k minus 3. Open the bracket. 2k plus 2 equal 4k minus 3, right? So this was going to be 5 and this is going to be 4k minus 2k. 5 is equal to 2k. So we can write k equal 5 by 2. So from here we can say k equal 5 by 2 means k divided by 1 is 5 divided by 2. It means we can write k:1 equal 5 by 2. So it means from here we can use any coordinate to find out the k:1 ratio, right? So the k:1 ratio is 5. Our seventh question. So in this question we have to find the point this and this are collinear. So let it be this point A, B and C are collinear. There is a lot of way to solve this question, but we are using the concept in which we'll calculate the distance between each pair of the point. Okay, if the sum of the distance of two smaller segments equal to the distance of the longest segment, we can say the points are collinear. What's the meaning of that? Meaning is that if suppose there is a line A, B and C is there, suppose. Okay, if I say AB plus BC is equal to AC, okay, are lies on the same straight line, then this should be true. Okay, this is the one way we can prove these lines are not lines, the coordinates are collinear, right? There is the other way we can use the slope method. We can find out the slope. If the slopes are equal, we can say collinear. Even the triangle, like area of the triangle we can find. So there is a lot of way we can find it out, right? Now we'll use this way. Okay, In this way, basically we have to find out the AB, BC and AC. So how we'll find out? With the help of distance formula, right? We know the distance formula. So we'll find out the D basically, okay? For the AB, it will be 1, 5 and 2, 3, right? So we can write, what we can write? x2 minus x1. So 2 minus 1 whole square plus 3 minus 5 whole square, correct? For the case of the BC, what we can write? This one and this one, right? So minus 2 whole square plus minus 11 minus 3 whole square, correct? And for the case of AC, what we can do? This AC, correct? Minus 2 minus 1 whole square plus minus 11 minus 5 whole square, okay? Now we have to find out all the values, right? Let's do this one. So first AB. So what we can do? We can write here 1 square plus minus 2 whole square is, we can write as a 2 square only. So 2 square is 4 plus 1 root 5, correct? Now let's find out the BC here. What is the BC? So minus 2 is minus 4. Minus 4 square is, we can write as a 16, right? Now minus 11 minus 3 is minus 14. Minus 14 is 14 square and we can write as a 196, right? Add them together. 16 plus 16 is 12. Carry 1. 9 plus 1 10. 10 plus 1 11. Carry 1. 1 plus 1 2, right? This one we can write as a minus 2 minus 1, that is minus 3 square, that we can write 9 plus minus 7 minus 5 is minus 16, so we can write as a 256, and this will be what? 265, correct? Now let's verify them. To verify that, what you have to do? We have to write AB plus BC. So root 5 plus, okay, we have to make it simpler. Root under 212. What you can write for that? We can write 4 times 53. So we can write the 2 root 53, correct? So root 5 plus 2 root 53, correct? Which is not equal to under root 265, correct? It means it is not equal to AC here, right? It means we can say not collinear. Okay, this is our 8th chapter, Introduction to Trigonometry. This chapter is important because it contains 7 to 8 marks. Okay, so in this chapter we have to focus on some questions like, for example, given the values of trigonometric ratios, finding the others, Pythagoras theorem related question, proof related questions based on trigonometric ratios, identities, reciprocals, and question based on applying the trigonometric tables and all. Okay, so let's get started. So in the 8th chapter, some of the questions we'll do as objective questions like MCQs. So the first question is, sin theta is 3 by 5. Find the value of sin theta plus cosec theta. Cosec theta we know we can write 1 over sin theta, right? So the value over here will be 5 over 3, right? Sin theta we can write 3 by 5 and the cosec theta we can write 5 over 3. We can take an LCM and you can find out the value. 5 times 3 is 15. We can find out the LCM here. We can write as a 9 and we can write as a 25. We can write as a 34 divided with the 15 as a answer, right? Let's move to the next question. Next question, it says that sin theta is given for ux, cos theta given u as a y, so tan theta. So we know the formula for the tan theta. Tan theta is what? Sin theta divided with the cos theta. Simple answer. So we can write the answer as a x divided with the y. So final answer, right? Next question, sin theta is given for us. Find the value of 16 minus 16 cos square a, right? So you know the identity, sin square theta plus cos square theta, that is equal to 1. So what we can find out the value of sin square theta? We can write 1 minus cos square theta, correct? Over here what we can do, we can take 16 as a common. We can write 1 minus cos square a. On the place of 1 minus cos square a, what we can write? We can write sin square a, correct? 16, what is the sin value? That is 4 by 5. The square, we have to make it square. So it will be how much? 16 divide with the 25. 16 times 16 is 256, divide with the 25. You can leave the answer like that, or in the MCQ they given you option in the mixed form, you can convert in the mixed form also. Okay, next, this is a fourth question. In this question they said that triangle PQR, in that it triangled right angled at Q, so P and R is remaining, cos P plus R means this is remaining, so this plus this is also, so we can say angle P plus angle R will be how much? 90. So basically they are asking you cos 90 value, and cos 90 is what? 0 is the final answer. So this is our fifth question. Mostly this question comes for the 1 mark, so the question which we are solving right now is important for the 1 mark. Okay, in this we have to put all the trigonometric special angles here, and we can find out the value, right? So sine 45 degree, that we can write 1 over root 2, and cos 45 we can write 1 by root 2 again, and sine 90, what we can write? We can write as a 1, and cos 90 we can write as a 0. So first of all we have to rationalize these two. So for the rationalize, what you have to do, we have to multiply the root 2 up and down, correct? For both of the cases we have to multiply root 2 up and down. So we can write root 2 over 2, and over here also root 2 over 2 plus, sorry, not plus, it's minus 1, right? So we can write 2 times of root 2 over 2 minus 1. So we can write final answer as a root 2 minus 1 is the final answer, right? Next, sixth question. In this question, it's given that cos theta minus sine theta is equal to 0. So find out the value for the theta. So if this is true, so we can write cos theta is equal to sine theta, right? So 1 equal to sine theta divide with the cos theta. So basically we can write tan theta is equal to 1, and 1 is equal to what? Tan 45 degree, right? So compare both of them. So on the basis of that we can write theta is what? 45 degree, right? So this is the next question. In this question it's given that triangle PQR is right angled at Q, right? So remaining is P and R. P is given 1 unit, QR is given root 3 units. Prove that angle PRQ is 30 degrees. So we have to prove this, right? So we can apply the, what we can apply? We can apply the tan theta value, right? So basically this is PRQ, we can write as a what? PQ divided with the QR. PQ is 1, or QR is how much? Root 3, and this we can compare with the tan 30 degree, right? So we can write tan PRQ is equal to tan 30 degree, right? So we can from here write PRQ is 30 degree. Next question we have here, solve for x if cos 2x is half. Okay, we know the half in a special angle we can write as a cos 60 degree, correct? So cos 2x is equal to cos 60 degree. So compare them, we can write 2x is equal to 60 degree, we can write x is equal to 30 degree, right? This is the next question. Okay, here tan theta is 15 by 8, find the value of sine theta plus cos theta, right? So tan theta is equal to what? 15 over 8, right? So according to this, this is the value we can say opposite, and this is the value we can say for the adjacent is given for us. You can assume as a the constant k as a ratio, and we can find out the value of the hypotenuse. So without that also we can do that. So we can write 15 square plus 8 square, right? We can write over here 225 and plus 64, right? So this value will be how much? 289, and this is the under root value for this is 17, right? From here we can find out the sine theta. Sine theta is opposite divide with the hypotenuse. So we can write 15 over 17, and for cos theta value we can write as a adjacent divide with the hypotenuse, that we can write as a 17. So now we can find out the value of sine theta plus cos theta, that is what? 15 over 17 plus 18 over 17, right? So add them together, we will get the 23 over 17 as a final answer. We have the next question. If tan 2x is equal to these value, we have to find out the value for the x. So these are the special angle, just put all this value. So tan 2x, that is equal to sine 45 degree, that is 1 over root 2, cos 45 degree 1 over root 2, and sine 30 is half, right? 1 over root 2 times 1 over root 2, we can write 1 by 2, and this is 1 by 2. So what we'll get it? We'll get the value as a 1, right? So tan 2x is equal to 1. And 1 is what? Tan 45 degree, right? So 2x is equal to how much? 45 degree. So x will be 22.5 degree, right? Next question is the question number 11, right? Over here, in triangle ABC, right angled at B, correct? AB is given as a 5 centimeter. ACB is given as a 30 degree. We have to find out the length of the AC. Okay, so best to apply here is sine 30 degree. That will be what? AB divided with the AC, right? So sine 30 is what? 1 by 2. That is AB is 5 and AC we have to find, right? So the AC will be how much? 5 times 2, that is 10 centimeter, correct? It's an easy question, right? Next, question number 12. What's given that? Cos beta is given half. Cos beta is half means we can write beta as a what? 60 degree, correct? Similarly, cos alpha is given for us, that is given 0 degree. So we can write alpha as what? 90, correct? So alpha minus beta will be how much? 90 minus 60 degree, that is equal to 30 degree as a answer, right? Next question. Triangle ABC, right angled at C. Right angled at C. So let it be A, B and C, okay? AB given as a 20 units. Find the value of BC. Angle A is given 45 degree. I think for this is the best is what? Cos. Cos 45 degree will be how much? BC divided with AB, right? So cos 45 is what? 1 over root 2. BC we don't know and AB is given 20, right? So here the BC will be what? 20 divided with the root 2. Rationalize both sides. Root 2 divided by root 2. So answer will be 10 root 2 units, okay? This is our next question. In this question, sine A plus B is given as 1, which we can compare with the sine 90 degree, right? So from here we can write A plus B as a 90 degree. Next, tan A minus B given as 1 over root 3. So we can compare with tan 30 degree. So from here we can write A minus B is 30 degree. Let's solve these two equations. A plus B is 90 and A minus B is 30 degree. So from here we can say that 2A is equal to how much? 120. A is equal to 60 degree, right? And what about the B? So A plus B is 90, A is 60, so B is 30 degree. Is that okay? Now we have to find out the value of tan A plus cot B. Cot B. So tan 60 degree plus cot 30 degree, right? So tan 30 is what? Root 3 by 2. And here also, not root 3 by 2, sorry. Root 3 and here also it is root 3. So it will be 2 root 3 as a answer, okay? This is our next question. Here we have to put all the special angle value and we can find out the answer, right? So 4 over here sine 30. Sine 30 is 1 by 2 and this is power 4. Cos 60 is 1 by 2 again and here power 4 minus 3. Over here cos 45 we can write as a 1 by root 2 whole square and cos 90 is 1 square, right? Now 4. So 1 by 4 whole square is how much? 2 times 2 4, 4 times 2 is 8 times 2 is 16. So this is 1 over 16 and here also 1 over 16, right? Minus 3, this we can write as a 1 by 2, correct? This is 4 times 2 over 16 minus 3 divided with the 2, correct? So from here we can write 8, this is 1 by 2 minus 3 divided by 2. So we can write answer as a what? 1 minus 3 divide with the 2. So we can write minus 2 divide with the 2, that is minus 1 is the final. That LHS is equal to the RHS, right? Let's take the LHS part. 1 minus cos A divide with sine A plus sine A divide with 1 minus cos A, right? Let's take an LCM. sine A times 1 minus cos A. So 1 minus cos A, we can write whole square here, and we can write the sine square A here, right? Next, what we can do from here now? So let's expand the bracket. So 1 minus 2 cos A plus cos square A plus sine square A divide with sine A times of 1 minus cos A, right? Sine square A plus cos square A we can write as a 1, right? So this value will give you 1. This one and this one will become 2. So 2 minus 2 cos A divide with sine A minus 1 minus cos A, right? So take 2 as a common. So 1 minus cos A and sine A times of 1 minus cos A. This we can cancel out easily, right? So remaining is what? 2 over sine A. So 1 over sine A is cosecant A. So 2 cosec A. That is your RHS, hence root. So this question we have to prove that this thing. Let's take an LHS. In the LHS, secant square theta minus cosecant square theta, right? Secant square theta we can write 1 plus tan square theta using the identity minus. On the place of cosecant square theta we can write 1 plus cot square theta, right? Open the bracket. 1 plus tan square theta minus 1 minus cot square theta. So 1 we can cancel out, right? So remaining is what? Tan square theta minus cot square theta. That is equal to your RHS. Okay. Next question is secant A plus tan A is P. Show that secant A is P square plus 1 divided with the 2P, right? We know the formula. Secant square A minus tan square A, A is 1. So using the identity A square minus B square, that is A plus B times of A minus B, right? So on the place of this we can write secant A plus tan A times of secant A minus tan A, that is equal 1. This is P, and this is what? Secant A minus tan A equals 1, right? So from here we can write secant A minus tan A equals 1 by P. Already it's given that secant A plus tan A is how much? P. Now solve this equation like a 2 equation 2 variable, right? So we can cancel the tan A. 2 secant A, that will be 1 by P plus P, right? So secant A will be what? 1 by 2, 1 plus P square divided with the P. Let's write it. So 1 plus P square we can write divide with the 2P, and this is the value of secant A is the final answer. So this is our last question. Over here it's given that A cos theta plus B sin theta is M, and A sin theta minus B cos theta is N. Okay, sorry, this is question wrong. A should be here, right? So now what we can do, just write this question here. A cos theta plus B sin theta is equal to M, right? Let's do one thing, square it both sides. Okay, and this one also. Okay, A sin theta minus B cos theta whole square equal N square, right? We have to, what do you have to do? We have to expand both plus add. This we are going to do. How to expand? A plus B whole square. That is A square plus 2AB plus of B square, right? Let's expand it this one now. So it will be A square cos square theta plus 2AB sin theta times of cos theta plus B square sin square theta is equal to M square. Let's expand this one. A square sin square theta plus, not plus, it will be minus 2AB, because here we are using A minus B whole square. So A square minus 2AB plus of B square. 2AB sin theta times of cos theta plus B square sin square theta, not sine, sorry, it will be cos square theta is equal to n square, correct? Now finally what you will do, we'll add them. If we'll add them, this will cancel. Over here, what is the common? A square is common. We can write sine square theta plus cos square theta, right? Over here, what is common? B square is common. Sine square theta plus cos square theta, that is m square plus n square, right? Sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So we can write a square plus b square, that is equal to m square plus n square. That is your final proof, right? And answer also, correct? This is our 9th chapter, Application to Trigonometry. In this chapter, mostly the questions comes on the case-based, okay? So we are going to solve one case-based questions. Here we can read, the class 10th grade student visited a Qutub Minar on an education trip. Okay, the teacher said the Qutub Minar is tallest brick minaret in the world. Okay, so the height for this is given 25√3. Okay, so let's solve the first question. In the question, it's given that the students stand 25 meter away from the base of the Qutub Minar. So let's take 25 meter away from the base of the Qutub Minar, and the height is given 25√3. So what is the angle of elevation from the top? So this elevation we can find. So we can apply tan, let it be theta, is equal to 25√3 divide with 25 we can cancel. So tan theta is equal to how much? Tan theta equal to √3. So theta will be how much? 60 degrees. Second question is, if the student is standing at the point where the angle of elevation at the top is 30 degrees, means this is the base, this is the height of the Qutub Minar, which is given 25√3, and the elevation to the top is 30 degrees, correct? Find the distance from the base where they are standing. So we have to find out this value, let it be x. Okay, so we can apply tan 30 degrees, that is equal to how much? 25√3 divide with the base, let it be x. Tan 30 is 1 by √3. This is 25√3 divide with the x. So x is 25√3 times √3. So √3 times √3 is 3. 25 times 3 is how much? 75. So this is the correct answer, right? If the shadow of the Qutub Minar is 40 meter, so this is the Qutub Minar, okay? The shadow is 40 meter long. When the sun is somewhere here, altitude is 45 degrees. Find the height of the Qutub Minar. So we have to find out the height of the Qutub Minar. So tan 45 degrees, we can write 40 divided with this height. Let it be h. So tan 45 is 1. 40 divided with h. So we can write h is equal to 40 meter only. So in this case, the height of the Qutub Minar will be 40 meter, right? So the fourth question is, a student observed a flagpole near the minaret, right? A shadow of 20 meter. So shadow is 20 meter, okay? The angle of elevation to the sun, so we can say this is a flagpole, right? And is 30 degree elevation. So we have to find out this height, correct? So we can write tan 30 degree, that is equal to h divided with 20. Tan 30 is 1 over √3, that is equal to h divided with 20. So we can write h is equal to 20 divided by √3 meters is the answer. So option B is the correct option, right? Fifth one, what is the angle of depression? Depression means something, the imaginary line, and depression like that, right? A student view a foot of another momentum. So where is the foot of the another momentum? Located 10√3 away. So from other momentum, it's located 10√3 meter away and 10 meter below the observation point. So basically, these two are the parallel lines and this is the transversal line basically, right? So we have to find out this angle. So we can find this angle same, let it be theta. So this will be also theta, right? So we can find out the value, right? So tan theta we can write as a 10 divided by 10√3. So 10 cancel. This is 1 over √3. 1 over √3 is tan 30 degree, right? That's it. Thank you for watching this video on CBSE Class 10 Math Guess Question Paper and Answer for Part 3 of 5. I hope it's added value to your board exam preparation. But here's some exciting news. In the upcoming 4 part of the series will deep into the chapter circle and area related to circle. Okay, so don't miss it out, please. Okay, and stay tuned, because in 2-3 days I'm going to upload this video as well. Make sure you don't miss it out. For that, you have to subscribe and you have to turn on the bell notification so you get alert as soon as it's live. Don't forget to like, share and comment below with any doubts or topic you have added like to us to cover next, right? This is Riddhi signing off for now. See you soon in the next video. Keep practicing.